Welcome everybody to a product review from Butcher BBQ. Today, the product is our private seasoning. That's right. And as our namesake says right on the front, it's a signature blend. And the reason, well, let's just start with the name itself, private seasoning. What that has all started was in one of the Pitmaster shows. This is the seasoning that we use to cook a 2-inch Wagyu ribeye in a reverse sear method. So it was kind of private on the show at the time. We hadn't had this product out for on market, and that's where the namesake come from. And just like all of our reviews, we're going to start with the label and the packaging. All right. On this side, we have our nutrition panel, ingredients, UPC, and any allergens, and there's none in this. It is MSG free and gluten free. On the front, as you can see, it's our logo. It states Signature Series. It is a 12.5 ounce shaker bottle. On this side is a brief description and kind of a summary of, if you was to pick this up on a shelf, reading on it, what the flavor profile would be like. And then, of course, some of the really nice icons, what we recommend or suggest the usage of it on. It does come on in a plastic bottle, a real good flip top cap with the pour holes there. And then that lifts up to where you can just pour it out really in a large volume. And then the lid, a lot of people look over the lid, and we haven't. Our lid, now, I want you to listen to this, because this is the lid closing. Okay, I know you can hear that, but now this is it snapping closed. Did you hear that? Let's do it one more time. Okay, this is the lid closing. This is it snapping closed. And that's very important that lids are made that way to help keep product in good shape while you store them between uses. Now, on the bottom of it, we have a use by date stamped on all of our edible products, just for the consumer to be able to understand a little bit as to how fresh they've got before we recommend that the products start to go a little bit stale. Now, let's open this up and let's start with the smell, the aroma, and the flavorings. Okay, inside is just a safety seal, and it's stuck on really good. Let's start with aroma. Oh man, I tell you what, this is one of my favorite rubs. And what we get out of that is a complete mix of all the spices. I smell dried molasses or a syrupy style smell. Yeah, that's what it is. And ever so slightly some herb, and it'd be hard to tell by just smelling. Let's pour this out so you can see what it looks like. Okay. I'm going to hold this up to the camera a little bit. And as you can see, and I'm going to shake it, you see it doesn't separate much at all, and it's designed to do that. And I'm going to start with what I see when I'm looking in here. There is some, it's the color-wise is kind of a brown hinging towards a deep red look, but it's more of a brown look rub. There was just some little larger particles, not much at all, but it is a very fine ground product. And it is designed that way so that it soaks in very quick. If you are using it for steaks or pork chops or chicken, you can use it immediately prior to going right on the grill. Because what you have to remember with this, with dried rubs, is that it is all dehydrated. The garlic, the celery, the paprika, the sugar, it's a dehydrated product. And for it to get into the meat to flavor it, it has to rehydrate before it can soak in, or you'll just get surface flavorings. So that's what we're doing with this, and that's why it's a very fine ground. All right, there it is once again. Now let's taste it, and I'll tell you exactly what it is I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to put this just on the side of my mouth. Oh man, I get a little salt up front. I get some sweetness. All the different herbs that I was smelling is coming through in a flavor all at once. Heat factor, if you was concerned about the heat level, there's no heat in this, none at all. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being top, this would be a 1. There's no heat in it at all. Man, such a good savory flavor. I wouldn't call it sweet, but I'm kind of getting that stickiness on my finger. You can kind of see it right there, um, to where it is sticking on me. So that tells you that the sugars and the product in there is, oh, there it is. That way the product has the right amount of what we have as the silicon dioxide to keep it from anti-caking. But once it leaves that surface or that product, that's what you're going to get right there. Um, that's our private seasoning. The flavor, like I said, on a heat level, it's a 1. So there's no worries, no nothing about any heat, back heat, or anything like that. That's our private seasoning. This can be used on beef. It can be used on pork, chicken, steaks. And I highly recommend that if you can peel off this inner cap, put it back inside in between uses, it will really help prolong the shelf life of this product. You can find this on our website or at any one of our retailers. Just go in and ask the general manager or the store clerk, where is the Butcher BBQ private seasoning? That's all I got. Thank you.